Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Catherine. I'm doing an all signs video tonight. I'm calling it What's Your Next Move? In the sense of, what's your next direction, your new project, a new endeavor, relationship, hobby, I don't know, job, something that would really stimulate you, that would fulfill you greatly. That's what I'm really seeking to point out for you tonight. So we're going to do the order of the zodiac, Aries through Pisces, of course. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out to me. I'll put my email in the description box. If you don't find it there, let's say I forget, which I doubt, but it'll be in the About section as well. It is there already. Otherwise, let's just jump in. Let's get cracking. Aries. I'm going to start with an oracle and get our bearings as to which direction are you moving into, and what does it look like. Let me pull. Exploration. You could be going on a trip. This is probably something that you've wanted for a long time. I feel you could actually travel. And if it's not physical travel, you could always travel metaphorically, of course. And the exploration could be through books, delving into knowledge. That's another way of seeing things, especially if you stay stationary, basically. Otherwise, I really feel that you have like a strong urge to, get in the car, get in the plane or something, and really get out of the house. Discover something very new. I feel that this is almost like a pioneering or adventure-like vibe here for you. So let's get some tarot and see what that looks like in tarot form. I wonder what you'll discover on your explorations. Wow, okay. Sorry guys, but that went three ways. Some on the left, some in the middle, some on the right. Let me pick them up, but let's think about that. I'm gonna have to reshuffle that because it's really messy. So it was pointing in three directions, and it came out as, almost like a volcano erupting. So it could be your vibe at the moment, right? Really having this sense of eagerness, but almost urgency to want to get on the road. There's something that you might feel you need to get going, but it felt messy, right? So maybe haste is not a good idea. Maybe it'll make you fumble, or not necessarily fumble, but maybe give you the impression of being scattered and less organized, especially during that exploration. Especially if it's physical travel. It's like it wouldn't be a very organized route, very efficient, right? Cost effective in terms of logistics. Okay. I'm actually not gonna wait for pop-outs because I think that's kind of what happened as well. So let me cut here and pull for you. The Hangman in the reverse. You're really wanting to get out of that stagnation period, whatever has been plaguing you. It feels that it's, this is the urgency I was telling you about. I mean, not that it's a big urgent card, right? It doesn't scream urgent, but coupled here with the exploration card, and what happened, it feels like you're very, very close to not being able to just stay home and not I'm not sure how to describe this. It's like I'm hearing get going, right? But that's what I mean about it, you feel like an internal pressure, and yet it's not time yet. There's something like that, right? So that's misaligned for you. That's for sure. So your next move is like almost there. It feels like it's at the doorstep and you're about to explore the world, or I feel it feels like an explosion, like a beautiful explosion of having been held back for so long, or maybe I don't know. I just feel that you'll be like opening yourself like wildly and like in one big shot when it actually happens, but it's just not quite there yet, because it's almost like, I have to admit, I'm reading exploration almost like explosion here, but in a good way, right? It's like an explosion of your senses, because when you travel, you're going to discover all kinds of things, new people, new customs, etc., new colors, new smells, etc., like architecture, ways of doing, driving, I don't know. You felt so contained, or you feel contained at the moment. That's what's very intriguing. I wonder what the delay is. And here we get pop-outs. I didn't want pop-outs. I'm gonna show you the cards that came out, okay? But I'm actually gonna stop the message there, but I'm gonna show you what came out. Judgment with the Ten of Swords. So that's like a new beginning, and right away an ending. So remember I was telling you the haste? And I feel this sense of like you almost want to explode, or you want to really like explore, and you really need to let it all out. It feels this energy needs an outlet, basically. And so you hear the call. Maybe it's something that you're doing for a second time around. I don't know. Most likely because of the Judgment, but not necessarily. It could be simply feeling really called, like like an irresistible call, but then for some reason it just abruptly stops. So I mean, I'm showing you these cards and I'm taking more time on your sign purposely, because they did come out, and I'm not going to ignore that. So I would like to deliver the full message that I'm seeing and feeling here for you. Okay. Because of the Ten of Swords, it feels like if you were to repeat something, that would end. But maybe you have the possibility, and it's only a potentiality here, that you hear another form of calling that maybe could bypass this ending. So it's almost like saying there's a fork in the road. If you take a certain road where you're repeating something, it ends. But if you take the route that is new, you go on to an exploration, and it feels like a big explosion of self-expression, basically, of discovery, of pleasure, of joy, of, you know, really super enjoyment and a wealth of experiences for you. This is a challenging read for me. 10 minutes in, I've only done one sign. I'm being transparent here. Let's do Taurus. I'm actually stuffing the tarot, but I will cut. I need to start with the oracle for you, Taurus. I just wanted to clear the energy on the tarot deck. So I prefer pulling tonight because it'll just be easier and avoid any more that I drop anything. Let me cut. I feel I need to cut the deck. Taurus, you get imagination. So your next move requires a great deal of creativity. It might even require imagination for you to discover what that next move is for you. I mean, obviously this is the reading that you're supposed to find out if you don't know. But it would definitely, it feels like it's still shrouded for you. It's still kind of mysterious. It's still kind of hazy. Is this really for me? I don't know. So let's look into the tarot and see really what are you imagining and what are you doing with your imagination when it comes to your next move. And cut. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so it's a job. It's really work that requires your imagination. So anything very artistic, liberal arts, design, architecture to a degree, yes. And even like certain forms of research and development in science definitely requires imagination. But for most people, imagination points more to the arts, right? Liberal arts. Let's pull more. Let's see what you're actually doing. The Sun card. Okay, you're looking for the limelight. You're looking to work in the limelight. Most likely liberal arts, even more than just art. I think you want to be seen as well as recognized for your originality. I think that your imagination fuels your sense of self and creative self. So it works really, really well where you basically fuel yourself, right? It's really amazing. It's like being super well balanced in terms of like feminine, masculine, yes, but the way that translates really when you actually do something is not just, oh, I'm balanced and I'm fully, I don't know, whole and, you know, I'm laughing because I'm doing it on purpose to kind of make it a joke, as if someone was taking themselves too seriously, just to point out that it's much more profound than that, in the sense that it's profound and yet simple. It's just self-expression being fueled directly through this amazing wealth of information and beautiful imagery that we possess that is called our subconscious. So this is where you actually pull, you know, you could even want to do this kind of work, spiritual work, where you use your intuition, definitely your psychic abilities, if you have any, your clair senses, of course, because we use imagination greatly through that, for that. But in this case, so you could be obviously, you know, doing something. What I really enjoy is that you're putting in the work, you're doing something on a consistent basis. And I also feel this is the perfect, this is the combo that shows, you know, what we say, success comes, what's the expression? About success is like being prepared. Goodness, it's escaping me. I don't remember, but oh, I hate when that happens. But I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. When luck and preparation come together, then you become successful. Something of the sort. Excuse me if I don't know the correct way of saying the expression. I don't know. But this is what it is. Because you've been preparing, you've been working already, like practicing and honing your skills greatly. And for many years, you're quite experienced and you're quite crafty. And you're just so, you're beaming. And, you know, your next move is about really shining. I really feel that you could be in the limelight, a form of limelight, right? It doesn't have to be the red carpet, but it can be the equivalent, but back, like scale it back to what you do or where you live or what you're actually involved in already. And if it's, let's say you're looking for something brand new, because we did say it was probably shrouded and you might not know exactly what it is, but now with the tarot, I'm thinking that you've been preparing for this, you've been practicing, so you might not know how it's going to come about, how it's actually going to shift for you, but the opportunity is coming. I mean, this is going to fall on your lap. I mean, you're going to get that, not just lucky break, that sunny break. It's going to be amazing, really amazing. Let's move on. Let's do Gemini now. All right, guys. Let's look at that overarching energy for your next move. Where does it point to, actually? What does it say? The card went flying. Okay, it's in French. It says chance professionnelle. It means chance or luck, but in professional, like specifically professional luck. So this will also take place for you. I say also because we've had just Taurus now that had something happen for them within the area of their work, and you get the same thing. Meaning we're looking at your professional life. So you might have Taurus placements, by the way, that could tie in. It would double your, I mean, if you look at the Taurus read, you'll understand why suddenly you have luck twice. Because they had a lucky break themselves. One card flip. The Page of Cups. I'll get another one. But I'm going to pull this time. The Three of Cups. Okay. So you're going to meet someone in your I believe it's about meeting someone in your work environment, someone that's going to provide you with an opportunity, with a particular set of circumstances that feel very, very, very lucky and auspicious to you, right? When it happens, you're going to feel like it's magically set up in, like it's happening for you. And it really comes in the form of someone proposing something to you, sharing some information, but it's mostly bringing a message, right? A message about either they're telling you that you've been summoned to this meeting. Because I really feel the opportunity is, okay, it's a mix, but I feel the message is about, okay, there's two ways to look at this. I think you might have someone invite you and then you join a group where you find professional luck and you find an amazing synergy, like teamwork, but it's mostly, it's a very pleasant kind of teamwork, like where work doesn't feel like work anymore. And then the other way to look at this is more as maybe you're in a meeting, and when you are there, you meet a particular person with whom then you exchange more, and that becomes eventually the opening or the opportunity that opens up for you, right? The person you would meet or the person that is providing you with the opportunity, at least conveying the message that you've been maybe chosen, or pointing to you either like, I don't know, I'll give you examples. Someone might point you in a direction where you get specific training and that eventually takes you somewhere else, right? So it's that kind of working your way towards something. So I feel that this is the lucky break context, but it leads to something else that we're not seeing here, something even bigger in the end. And I also feel that you're gonna really enjoy yourself and enjoy the camaraderie with your peers. It's gonna be amazing. But I did want to, I wanted to add, there's a lot of sensitivity, right? The person who you meet and who speaks to you or helps you professionally is very, very sensitive. They're very, I'm hearing sweet, but I guess it's helpful. The real word behind being sweet, they're not just nice to be nice, they're just truly, genuinely helpful. They're like the little guardian invisible angel that, like, you know, does something that sometimes they wouldn't. I mean, this person is so discreet. I would even picture this person not even, maybe even wanting you to know how they've helped you, really. You know what I mean? Like that kind of secretive almost, but secretive because they want to be discreet about it and very gentle and basically very diplomatic. And that comes from their sensitivity, their capacity to be very subtle, especially in a work environment. It's amazing. It's beautiful. All right, let's do Cancer now. What's the overarching energy for Cancer? You get adaptation. Okay. So I'm gonna draw right away from the tarot because I need to see what you're adapting to. I don't know if it's challenging, because sometimes adaptation can be challenging and sometimes it's easy or easier. Let me pull. Death in reverse. That's the difficulty. You're resisting the adaptation or the change. Or you would like to be, or you are adaptable, but you're running into a situation or maybe trying to adapt runs into others' resistance, right? It's not your own, it's the other people around you or life in general, right? It's which would imply, if that's the case, that maybe it might not be the right move for you, whatever you're contemplating. But let's look at what it is, because at the moment we're only seeing what you're doing, we're not seeing in love. It's a move in love. Okay. So you're not adapting, or you're encountering resistance when it comes to adapting to a particular love relationship. So, I mean, or at least a prospect, right? Someone, the person on your mind or something, definitely, minimally. And I guess if you don't have anybody at all, like not even on your radar, then this is not your reading. Let's see what death in reverse, besides now that we know it's a love relationship, judgment. Repeating this, that's the stagnation. That's what you have to adapt to. So the fact that, okay, this is a strange one. This combo for me is almost saying like it's only one card now. Okay, let me rephrase that so I'm making sense for you guys. Because this is stagnation and this is a repeat, it feels like it won't repeat. So it's almost like, well, then it's just judgment in reverse, as we know it. The signification of judgment in reverse. So it feels like you're getting a reality check here, like some kind of horn is blowing and telling you maybe it's not a good idea to repeat a particular scenario in love, at least with the same person. It's going to require a lot of adaptation. There's another way to read this, actually. You could see it as we could say that you are slowly adapting to, I want to say, accepting the second time around, the second go around. I'm trying to say here, it's difficult to express. It's like saying at the moment you're kind of like, nah, I don't want to repeat this. It feels okay. You're resisting to repeat it, basically. But it feels maybe that you need to adapt slowly to, okay, well then, if I was to maybe repeat it, like almost like you have to kind of, how do you say, tame the idea, or entertain the idea that maybe, yes, it's a good idea. What could be of value if I did that? You know, what would be the positives versus the pros versus the cons? You know what I mean? But this won't resonate for everyone. It's much more, I feel that quickly at a glance, it's the first interpretation, which means it's really just like saying don't repeat a particular relationship and adapt to the fact that it won't repeat. Or it's what I was describing about learning to maybe ease into this relationship, but this basically second go around, right? Maybe you've had a difficult experience the first time, so obviously now you're skittish, and you're like really resisting, because the resistance is clearly felt here. So adapting is really, it depends. Basically now you're it's back on you. It's like free will. It's you're gonna need your free will here and decide, are you adapting, are you repeating, are you not? It's really all about you. Okay, let's do Leo. What's that overarching energy for Leo? What's their next move like? What are they moving into? What does it look like even? A new start. Okay, that's amazing. Especially in the context of a new, of what's your next move, right? Because basically it confirms that you need to, like, you're changing cycles, you're turning a leaf, right? A page. It's also confirming for you that whatever is done is really done, and you have the clean slate in front of you, that everything is new, fresh, and exciting, that it's enticing to you. Maybe you're wondering where and what to do in terms of a new start. So obviously we're going to look at that through the tarot. We're going to see what the tarot decides to tell you about this new start. I'm going to pull, okay? Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're quite decisive about something, about being independent, generating a lot more money here. One more here for you. Seven of Wands in the reverse. You're not holding yourself back anymore, but you are being, you're measuring your steps, I have to say though. You're gonna have a form of caution when it comes to how you proceed. So there's no more, whatever was lingering. When we finish a chapter, sometimes it has to reach its closure. So right before that closure, there's usually this, I almost feel like I'm gonna call it a gray zone of, well, it's not black and white yet, right? It's not black, it's ended, white, I'm starting. You're like in that gray zone of something is ending, something is already starting, and they blur. And so you're past that, because your mind is set. I think in this particular reading, it feels you know where you're going, at least. And I feel it's about, if this is about independence, you could have been coupled and you're not. It could be starting something, a business of your own, because this is a great card of being financially independent. So it would almost point to, I don't know, working from home, at least working for yourself, right? And you're going to be extremely organized and cautious, because you want to succeed. You don't want to have to miss this one. I think you're going to be, there's healthy pride on the Nine of Pentacles, and I think it's going to serve you, because it's going to help you take your time and set yourself up properly. You want to be stable here. I'm looking at the Seven of Wands. I want to see if there's anything else I would like to tell you on there. It feels like there's something else to be said. maybe a caution for you, the cautious one, right? Caution for the cautious one. If you're overcautious, you might miss a few opportunities or close a few doors without realizing it, basically. Okay. Let's do Virgo. Virgo, my dear, or my dears. What is happening with you? Where are you going? Which direction are you headed? Creative inspiration. These cards are in French. I'm translating for you. Creative inspiration. That's amazing. So I feel that your next move is less of a, let's say, a big life change or that kind of stuff, right? It feels closer to you in terms of doing something that makes you feel good, that like a particular, almost like a handy job or something very crafty, something that you just like doing, and that doesn't, I'm gonna say it, doesn't require like at least too much intellectual brain waves or too much of a headache, I guess. Having to, you know, put in like too much thought into it. It flows. That's why it's, because it's inspired, and it just pours out of you here. And it feels like it has a, because it's creative, I feel that this inspiration will, the tarot will confirm this or not, but it's an inspiration, but I feel that it comes across as something that you do, that you create, that actually you are making. I don't think that you only stay in the inspiration state, is what I mean. I think you actually translate that inspiration, that creative inspiration, into something that we can all see and that you can share with us if you decide to, because I feel it's personal. When I said it's closer to you, it feels almost like it's something that is personal to you. Tarot says Page of Swords in the reverse, and I'm going to take that second card, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So you're doing this alone, right? This is you're not advertising this, you're not, it's not something you're putting out there. It's more something that is slow, that you do on and off when you have the time. So it's really more on the hobby side of things. A little bit of, well, I'll get to that and I'll do that when I have a little bit of time, when I can carve a little bit of time for myself, right? Because it's up, down, on, off here with the wheel. It's sometimes yes, you're doing it, sometimes no, you're not doing it. One thing I'll say though is that the Page of Swords here, how can I describe this? It's almost like saying to you, you've contemplated these ideas, whatever it is that you're choosing to create. I think it's something you've contemplated for a long time. You've been wanting to do this, but only like, almost like only seeing it in your mind's eye, right? And for me, there's like, maybe you're not yet fully creating the way I was hinting to. Maybe you're not fully hands-on or like making or, you know, building just yet. Maybe you're really just in the thought process actually now that I see the cards. The tarot, I mean. But something tells me that it has to do with eventually creating something tangible. I think you'll act on it is what I'm saying. Although the cards right now are showing me that you're like still it's still in the realm of the only your ideas. I wonder why that is. I mean, bottom of the deck we have the Two of Pentacles. It's in the reverse, but it's again the up and down, yes and no. I have time, I don't have time. So maybe you haven't acted on it because you feel like you don't have enough time, because you can tell that, okay, I'm gonna start, but then I'll have to stop, and then when am I gonna finish? And then maybe you're having these kind of thoughts for some reason, and it's stalling the project, or stalling creating, like making, actually doing it, getting involved, or really proceeding. Anyways, all right, let's do Libra now. There's a car outside, sorry. Libra, this is the card for you, expression. So your overarching energy is about self-expression, I feel. I'm feeling if I want to say more now, or if I want to wait for the tarot. I'm gonna do the tarot because expression is so large. I mean, what are you really expressing? But the next move is about you putting yourself out there, definitely. But in which way, the tarot will say. Justice. So Libra energy here. Your own card. Ace of Swords, another like amazing. This is crazy. It feels like you're a lawyer. Look at this. It's like you're at this how do you say? Well, on the stand is the person that's being judged, but you know, like, this is incredible. This is about being able to speak the truth. Your next move is about making sure that things are made right, sorry. Balanced, harmonious, fair. You're looking for whatever you're investing in yourself into. Could be, if you're not a lawyer, you could definitely be a spokesperson. For sure, for sure, for sure. Especially when it comes to causes. It could be in politics, definitely. It could be any humanitarian cause where you're feeling you want to involve yourself because you know it's gonna make the world a better place here. It's gonna bring a lot of truth and clarity. You are bringing clarity by speaking, and by speaking clearly at that. So clarity for yourself, clarity of expression, clarity of mind. It's all linked. It's also this is something that it feels like imperative that you do, like absolutely imperative. I don't know how else to describe it to you. you wouldn't even be able to escape it anyway. This is, you know, justice will find you in a good way, like, just like, and it will make your life better for it, because it'll be, even spiritually, when you think about it, like divine justice, it's powerful. And it all comes through expression, right? So the more you express yourself, and the truer you are to yourself, and the more aligned you stay, and the more stable you stay. So it's beautiful, because look, you have a horizontal line, a vertical line, so it's almost like a cross. It gives you, which is the, you know, the cross in the circle is the earth, and it, for me, it points to being grounded and firmly grounded, firmly planted, right? So very stable. And so there's a form of natural authority, but it's not just like, okay, I'm authoritative, or just to be like this. It's just like natural leadership, natural kind of poise. It'll help your self-expression, or it'll show in your self-expression. It's also important what you decide to talk about is important in this case, because we have the justice. I feel it makes the world a better place, truly. I know it sounds tacky, I'm sorry. It's terrible. Anyways, it's gorgeous, Libra. Really gorgeous. Let's do Scorpio now. This one. Construction. Look, are you building a house? I mean, as on this card, but it doesn't have to be. It could be renovations, but you could also think that you're constructing in the sense of building. So it doesn't have to be a house or a physical building. It could just be you're building something, whatever that is, right? So we'll see what the tarot tells us you're building. The Knight of Rods in the reverse. The Lovers. This is in love. This is interesting. Okay, let me get one more. The Chariot. Oh my gosh. I can already see this. Okay. You're building a love relationship. I mean, you're also building your courage to get to this person. You're working your courage to actually travel to this person, towards this person. You know, the Knight is in reverse. Usually he's upright. He's going to be, I mean, upright, this card would be the perfect companion, or would be the rider on the chariot, right? So in the reverse here, he's really not sure about, not that he's not sure, let me rephrase that. It feels more, he's just not ready to take the road yet, although he really wants to, and he needs to, because that's what's needed to construct this relationship, and maybe to construct the house within which the relationship can take place. But overall, it's this construction is more symbolic in terms of putting the pieces together of what it is that you're creating, which is that love relationship, and the context of where you guys inhabit, right? So what are you putting in place? I think it has to do with moving towards the person first and foremost, or having to travel towards someone, maybe moving house. So interestingly, if you're moving house, it's like you destroy before rebuilding, right? So there's a particular movement where maybe that's why he's not ready. There's a lot to do to prepare, right? To undo before you can redo. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sag. What is your overall energy in terms of that particular move you're walking into? Or why did I say walking into? That's intriguing me. It feels like you're walking into a space. Professional luck. It's in French. I'm translating for you. You're walking into a space, a new job, a new workplace. I'm seeing a chandelier, like in a lobby. A big chandelier. And I just got goosebumps. Why? What a funny message for you, Sagittarius. Anyways, I'll just skip on this. Six of Wands in the reverse with the Nine of Pentacles for now. I'm gonna stop here 2 minutes. Hold on. Before I draw any more. Let me draw one card here. The World in the reverse. I was wanting to clarify the Six of Wands in the reverse. So, Sag, you're the first one here that I feel has a little bit of a contradictory message between the Oracle and the Tarot. And, you know, the Six of Wands I would have liked to see upright because you're having professional luck here. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to tell you, I think in your case, Sagittarius, you're kind of having professional bad luck. It just feels like you didn't get you didn't get the promotion, because these are the two, I mean, this is victory cards, both of them, achieving something, reaching a goal, getting the honors for that, the rewards. Both of these cards in reverse. So, and the World here indicates the end, or it's not yet fully ended, but I don't think you'll get the reward, basically, or the promotion, or this, you know, whether it's a lateral move, it doesn't matter. It's just like the kind of change that you were maybe hoping for at work. But you're steady. Like, now let me give you at least good news. We're gonna pull something here on. Let me pull right away here. Three of Wands in the reverse on the Nine of Pentacles. You're a little bit pessimistic, I have to say, only because of the last card that came out. So because of what happens, actually, you feel like your future is being closed off, right? Or you're, at least in the moment, that's how it feels like. And so you feel all alone in this particular situation, right? you suddenly feel very, very, okay, well, I'm here, I'm on my own, clearly. I would go as far as saying you might lose your job. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going to knock on wood for you. I don't want this to happen for you, but it's most likely that in your case, your next move is basically something is slowly coming to a close for you. And yet, there's a little tinge of you're not quite there yet. It's almost ended, right? But it's pointing to that it's not successful, and I apologize for that. Let's do Capricorn. Capricorn, what is your overarching energy, guys? Which direction are you taking? What are you moving into? You get chance with the Aladdin lamp. Make wishes, 3 wishes. You have 3 wishes. I need tarot because with chance only, your next move will be lucky. That's not enough. I mean, who wouldn't want luck? But it's not enough here as what I need to tell you. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. The 10 of Cups. Let me draw one more. The 8 of Wands. Oh, that's amazing. What's beautiful is that there's so much love on the table here for you. And traveling, there's a beautiful trip as well. So, but you do, I guess, encounter this Knight of Swords in the reverse first, or maybe, let me put it this way. It's almost like this is your state before you get lucky. I feel at the moment you might feel thwarted, right? You might feel held back, frustrated. I sense you to be having pent-up energy and maybe a little bit of a, not necessarily the best of shape, just maybe a little low on your typical high energy, because this is high energy when he's upright. Oh wow. This is a real dynamo, right? Like really dynamic person. But you'll find this Knight of Swords will like get all his speed back as soon as luck hits, you know. It'll come flying in, like luck will come flying in, and then you'll recuperate and retrieve all of that energy, and you'll get your speed back, right? And the lucky break really ultimately is this amazing encounter. I feel it's this relationship, this meaningful person in your life, this soulmate. That's the lucky break that changes everything. Beautiful. Let's do Aquarius now. Okay, Aquarius, it is your turn. What are you up to and where are you moving into? Ah, the card went flying. Hold on, guys. Construction. Scorpio got construction. Okay. Or was it Sag? I don't know. Sorry, guys. One of the two had construction. So obviously it points to building a house, most likely, especially construction. There's something that needs to be changed, fixed. This might be your next move, having to invest your time, invest your energy into fixing things, sprucing them up, making, redesigning, redecorating, renovating, whatever that is, anything related to construction, right, in that realm. Let's draw the tarot and really see how you go about it and what it is really you're doing and why. Maybe 3 cards. Wow, they like literally turned. Okay, Page of Swords in the reverse, the 8 of Cups in the reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this will be a slow you know how when you start construction projects, you know, you think, okay, or like even renovation, think, oh, okay, 2 weeks it'll be done, 2 days it'll be done. No, it takes 4 days. It takes twice the time usually. So that will happen definitely. It'll drag on. It'll drag on definitely, like a lot. So expect this will be maybe 8 weeks. It's not 8 days. It's at least 8 weeks. If not 8 months, but let's hope for 8 weeks for you. Unless the timeline of your project does require 8 months, then you'll know which timing really fits here for what you have in mind in your life. The Page of Swords in the reverse here, a little intriguing energy in terms of constructing something. So maybe it's you've done enough of the, I don't know, thinking about it phase of like, I want to say shopping. You might have been doing the research for shopping around like material, contractors, I don't know. If it's specifically the buildings, like obviously right now I'm focused on like, okay, we're looking at building a house or, yeah, a construction. Literally. Walls and floors and all of that. But let's say for you it doesn't apply. Whatever it is that you're building, you would have done the research, you would have looked for suppliers, you would have looked at your budget, you would have looked at XYZ, you would have planned it basically, is what I'm saying. So maybe that's why it's taking a lot more time. There's a lot more to be done. But I can tell you, it'll take a while, but it'll get done. And when it gets done, it'll be really, really, really well done. Know that. That's Knight of Pentacles will do it better than any other knights, because he does it meticulously, you know, almost like almost like a perfectionist as well. Okay, let's do was this Aquarius? Goodness, now I forget. Okay, let's do Aquarius, and if I do Aquarius twice, then so be it. Actually, let me do the opposite. Let me do Pisces, because I think that was Aquarius. Let me do Pisces, and then I'll do another Aquarius just in case afterward. Pisces, it's yours. We're doing you. What is your next move? Where are you headed? What it is? What is it that you would like to do? Too many? 3? No, 4 even. There. Nice. Association. So you're partnering up, or you would like to, most likely. You might also join an association. So join a group, a community. especially geared towards well, let's see what with the tarot, because it could be infinite. Infinite possibilities here, Pisces. Okay, your cards flew out. Ace of Swords with the Two of Rods in the reverse. Ace of Swords upright. Why the Two of Wands here? The Two of Cups in the reverse. That's strange. Because this is dissociation, right? You can almost say dissociation twice, almost. I'm seeing something different. I'm going to show you. So I know the cards are in reverse, right? But it's like 2 and 2. This is like, let's say 4. This is the group, the association I was describing. Not just you associating yourself with necessarily one person. As I was thinking maybe here when the Two of Cups came out, then I'm thinking, okay, you're partnering more like romantically, but it's pointing to you're not, it's actually not happening. Hence why I said dissociation. But here, the funny thing is, this is the group, even if it's in the reverse, but they're missing a member. That's why they're in the reverse. Like, they can't operate as well because something is missing. And then here you come along, you individual, one individual, and you come and you join the group. So I realized that it's almost like a kid's story here. And I'm not shy to laugh at myself or even laugh at saying this for you about being childlike here. But it's what I see. That you come in and you complete the group. I think is a beautiful energy here, that it's very marking. It's like a stepping stone kind of energy, like stepping stone for you, but stepping stone in the sense of it feels like a start, okay, like the beginning of something. So let's say that my little story doesn't appeal to you, doesn't resonate. Then we're looking maybe at a situation where you'll have to separate, unfortunately. So you'll be the second sign where Oracle and Tarot sort of clash here. And we're looking at not so much a partnering, but maybe a separation in love. This would be like you cut the ties. It's something that you end. It leaves you obviously kind of pensive, you know, in your thoughts, reminiscing, wondering the woulda, coulda, shoulda, whatever you call those. I'm not too good at saying that quickly. Being French and not Anglophone, right? Francophone and not Anglophone. Anyways, so I gave you two messages. Take whichever one applies, of course. And if none of those apply, don't make it fit. So let's do a bonus for Aquarius. Actually, let me do something. Let me do a collective, okay? Just for the heck of it. And Aquarius, in case I missed you, let's say I did, I don't think so. hopefully the collective will speak to you. Or you can make it your own. But now I don't feel generous. I feel I should do you a bonus. Oh goodness. Okay, I'll do both. Collective. I'm concentrating on collective, please. Show us the collective move. Collective energy is... I'm gonna do it. There's 3 cards that moved. I don't know if you might have not have seen them on the camera, but anyways, I'm gonna take 3 for you. We have imagination, change, and success. So I love this because it's almost like a mini storyboard. This is like, you know, you dream, you imagine, you're manifesting, you're hoping, you're longing. Then life starts to change and like move in the ways that you were hoping, and you reach success, and your dreams come true. Collective, this is amazing. These cards are a natural progression. The way, the order in which they came is in perfect natural progression. This is not a fluke. So although it almost sounds stereotype what I was describing, it's exactly what the cards are showing because of the order in which they came out. It points to the big shift, right? All the changes that are going on. So right now, I guess the transits, the actual transits, we would really be in the change energy in the middle. But success, quote unquote, change, like success almost becomes like, okay, now I have what it is that has been changing for me. I've arrived. You know, like, okay, I can check that off my bucket list or whatever. This has actually happened, and you can say it in the past tense now. We're getting there. Success. Reaching the finish line. Okay, let me pull tarot here. The Knight of Cups. A beautiful extension of oneself. I have no idea. I'm hearing myriad. Like a myriad of things. But it's not what I heard. I only heard myriad. It makes me think that it speaks of you, collective, like there's a myriad of possible successes here. And so I don't know, I'm thinking about how this knight is actually able to meet each and every one of you at the same time. It's really strange, this energy. Okay, the way I'm seeing it is someone that's able to give, like, you know those Hindu goddesses that have like 20 arms. So it feels like this person is such a beautiful, radiant being, which is you, collective, right? But it's able to reach out to everybody. It's able to touch everybody. The myriad of people that composes the collective. With a lot, this is love. There's so much love on this card. like success in love. It's even if you're not seeking love, I'm gonna tell you that that's what you're gonna receive. Almost saying this. I need to refine how what I'm sensing is difficult to express. It's almost like, okay, I'm hearing the word explosion. So it's an explosion of love. That's what it feels like. Because it opens up and it goes and it touches everybody, each and every one of you. I'm not too sure how to describe this. And it's like one person doing this. It's one person with the energy of love that does this. Like, and cards turned here. 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, 4 of Swords. This person has is gonna give all of their energy away. That is so weird. I'm so sorry. This is really strange the way it's coming out. The wording, the words, the choice of words. Look, it's like he's feeding the collective, because the 10 of Pentacles is the family and it's the empire, right? So it's like everyone is getting a piece of the pie. Everybody is being touched by love here. And it's just that there's no more energy in this person here afterward. It's like actually maybe one person is left out and doesn't receive the love and the energy. So this person gives to everybody, the collective, but one person here in the reverse is not receiving their share, and they don't get sustained and uplifted and energized by love like the others. It's not possible, is it, collective, that one person could be left out like this? Especially spiritually speaking, how can one be left without love? Tell me. Let's do Aquarius bonus. What's the bonus energy for Aquarius? What do they need to know and move towards? I feel this is important, Aquarius. Creative inspiration. You're looking you're opening your you're opening your mind to I'm hearing you're looking for a role model. So not a mentor necessarily, someone, just a role model. So someone that could have already passed away, like a historical figure, that kind of thing, an icon, someone that you can mold yourself against or get inspired by. Wow. I'm saying wow because one of the cards that without doing it on purpose, it kind of bent a little bit and I didn't look at it. I'm sorry, I didn't... I was trying to bring the cards back together, so I didn't pull it out to look at it, but I just turned Temperance, which is such a beautiful energy for Aquarius, because every time I see the water between the two vases, I always picture the glyph of Aquarius, the water. The person that you are looking to emulate here is really someone that would have gone through hardship, of course, and mastered themselves. So you're looking to do the same for you, for yourself. Maybe you also want to master a particular craft, or but there's definitely someone that has more self-control than most people. The Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Okay, so in terms of molding yourself, that's one thing. So maybe when you reach, so maybe when you find that role model and you decipher that the main quality that this role model has to teach you and which you wish to emulate and almost honor, is this is really, really significant for you, because it's a game changer. This is what I feel. And I think that you're understanding that there's something in their biography. So I guess you need to do a lot of research, because there'll be something particularly that'll touch you personally, very personally. And it triggers this, right? It triggers you. I think that's the most important part here. It's almost like you have to be not comfortable with, I'm going to say it this way, not comfortable choosing this idol to basically mold yourself against, because you know it'll be difficult. It'll be hard, because it will require a sacrifice. It will require moving on, moving away, letting something go. It'll require that you make room. You need to make room. And you need to roam. Room and roam. But it's, and also, in French we say ramer. Ramer is when you, how do you say that in English? When you row. And so, because I'm using the words roam and room, I thought of ramer, which is French, right? And you're gonna really have to row, like it's gonna be physically demanding. I'm thinking about the creation part, the creativity that is on this oracle card, because it is not showing up in the tarot, but I feel that this is what's difficult to attain, right? I think I'm gonna say it, let me just speak. I think you're mistakenly going to look at this role model as someone to, like, you're gonna want to be as balanced and masterful in mastering your emotions just as much as this person, okay? Or you're gonna want to have the same kind of inner peace and almost gentleness as well, right? But you're not, it's gonna be really difficult for you, for one. So, but I think you're mistaking by thinking that this is the only side or the only thing you should take from this person. There's creativity behind. There's something else that you need to work on that I feel, and this is not in the cards here, it's more what I'm sensing that's behind it. That if you are a creative, it alleviates the heaviness, possibly. It might bring more joy in the process of trying to balance yourself out and knowing that to do so you need to let something go. It's almost like saying to you, you can't do it just like, okay, this person did this, I'm gonna use the recipe, quote unquote, and I'm gonna focus on, I just need to get balanced, I want to be happy, peaceful, nothing's gonna bother me, and I'm never gonna be off keel anymore. Not quite like that, or not, this is not really, or that would not be the best for you. I mean, it would be a lot already, but it feels like you could gain a lot more if you could do the same thing, but easily, more easily for yourself. So using Temperance's energy, fluidity, creatively, to get to more stability, right? So I think the right word is fluidity here. Fluid creativity. Because this is not fluid at all here, and it needs to be oiled, it needs to be helped and supported. I'm gonna draw one more card on the Ten of Wands. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, well, it's a lack of love that's making it heavy on you. But then again, it doesn't take away the spiel I just said. I just told you about creativity. I strongly believe don't just strive for equilibrium. Strive for a multitude of things and reaching creativity by being or being more creative because you're more balanced and happier and more serene, and etc., etc. And don't let yourself be weighed down by, you know, lack of appreciation in love, especially, right? I mean, I do feel that this is what you're leaving behind, a relationship. So, of course, it's going to be heavy, Aquarius. Anyways, guys, I'm done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being patient with sometimes my language barrier and the way I choose to convey things to you. Anyways, thank you. Please like the video. I would appreciate that, and subscribe and come back. Take care.